Welcome to our fourth episode of our Culinary World Tour. Today we are going to Andorra. Andorra is in Europe and in between France and Spain.
So for today's episode, I'm going to be making an Andorran French toast called Torrijas. This is a dish which has Spanish or Catalan influence, and based on what I've read, it is generally eaten as a dessert, though I have already made it several times for brunch already. The main difference between this and just regular French toast as we know it is that the bread is soaked in milk and then dipped in egg and then pan fried, and then it is coated in cinnamon sugar. The resultant French toast is very much like churros, and it's just delicious. If you want to know how I decided on this recipe for Andorra, please read more about it on the blog. The link is given in the description below. Now let's see how to make this recipe. You can find the detailed written recipe on my blog, and the link to it is in the description below. So for the Torrijas recipe, we have 1 cup of milk. I have warmed it up in the microwave, so it's warm to the touch, not too hot, lukewarm. These are 6 slices of Italian loaf. This is a couple of days old, so they are a little bit stale, and that's what you need. We have 2 eggs, and we are going to also add some vanilla essence to this to these eggs, and we have sugar which will go into the milk, and then sugar which I'm going to add to the cinnamon for the topping, which is going to be cinnamon sugar topping. And this is 2 tablespoons of sugar here. You can of course adjust to taste. I'm mixing it with cinnamon to form the cinnamon sugar here. And for the milk, we have again 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now you can add more sugar or less sugar, it's all to taste how much you add to the milk. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar to the milk. So that's our sugar. So for this Torrijas recipe, I'm going to add vanilla essence to the eggs. Based on what I've read about this recipe, the milk is the ingredient that is flavored with any spices. So you can add cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, lemon rind. But if you add those, then boil the milk with those spices till they are nicely infused in the milk, and then cool it down to a lukewarm temperature before you soak the bread slices in it. So I'm going to be whisking my eggs here with the vanilla essence only because I don't like my French toast to smell eggy. You can add the vanilla essence to the milk as well when you soak the bread. And then next we are going to soak the bread slices in our milk. So I'm going to stir the milk so the sugar dissolves and the milk is sweetened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the milk into my tray here, and I'm going to place my bread slices in this so that they can soak up this milk. So we want the milk to get absorbed in the bread, but the bread to not turn mushy. And that's the main reason why we are using stale bread. And the older the bread, the drier it is, it's going to take a longer time for all the milk to get absorbed. And it might take up to 30 minutes for all of the milk to get absorbed into the bread. As you can see, the slices have absorbed most of the milk and they're still retaining their shape. So now it's time to fry them up. So I'm going to take my first bread slice. As you can see, it is full of milk. Dip it in my egg. Dip it nicely. I'm heating up 1 tablespoon of oil in the pan, and I'm going to coat this really well and then fry it in that oil. And then I'm going to add the next one and really pan fry them till they're golden on both sides. and then dip the hot toast in the cinnamon sugar. It should stick. So I flipped one over. I think it can brown a little bit further. So I'm going to let this one cook for a couple more minutes. Okay, so time to flip this one over. Yep. Okay, that's looking a nice golden brown. So, okay, let this cook on both sides. I'm going to cook this side again till it is a nice golden brown color on this side as well, and then dip it in the cinnamon sugar. Okay, so our French toast is ready to be dipped into the cinnamon sugar. Dip it while it's hot so that the cinnamon sugar sticks to it. Oh, it's, like I said, it is hot. So flip it over. A nice coating of cinnamon sugar. Ooh, that's good. So you can see all the milk was absorbed. There is some little bit of egg mixture left over, and we are cooking the remaining 4 slices. This is our first dessert recipe in this series, and I will be serving it with syrup when I serve it. It is delicious, and it was a great alternative to other fried desserts that I found. So I hope you enjoy it as much as we did.
So let's
pour the syrup on the French toast.
now let's taste it. The sugar gives a nice flavor to it, and it really holds well.
Do you like the cinnamon on top of it?
Yeah, the cinnamon really helps with the sugar.
It does?
Huh?
Does it taste eggy at all?
Now let's taste some of this. Strawberry is good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like how you made the flour and this.
Thank you.